so weird, but...
Yeah. Didn't really miss much there. I don't know, with Harper, now, like, you kind of heard my plan now with Bray Wyatt winning the title, the whole Orton-Harper feud, and Bray Wyatt-Harper feud, and now Orton and Bray going at it for the title at WrestleMania. I think this whole thing is just a ruse, and I think at WrestleMania, not only is Luke Harper going to rejoin Bray Wyatt, and they're going to destroy Orton, I think we're going to see the return of Eric Rowan, and the possible female Wyatt member that has been rumored for the better part of a year now.
Abigail?
I don't know if it's going to be Abigail, but just maybe a female Wyatt member.
To be honest, I don't really think they should do a Sister Abigail because, as Adam Lampier has pointed out, he straight up said that
she's dead.
Yeah, in kayfabe, she's fucking dead. So it's like maybe he's not, as much as I love Bray Wyatt, he is not in fact the Undertaker. A dead chick ain't gonna fly.
Yeah.
Well, we can move on to this, because currently, right now, they're talking to her right now.
Yes!
SmackDown Women's Champion.
And until the main event, this had re-stolen the show for me. I fucking loved this match. I loved Naomi's entrance. And when Naomi won, oh my god.
It's crazy. None of us, out of the three of us, picked Naomi to win. And all three of us were excited as fuck that she won. We didn't care that none of us picked her. I mean, she's great. I think this is the best she's ever been. I said that when I recorded with Chris. I think I've said it when I recorded with you. Mm-hmm. That right now she's the best she's ever been.
Oh, God.
She hated being heel. She made that very clear, like in interviews and stuff like that she's like, I cannot play a bad guy very well.
She's a natural face.
But right now she's in her zone. This whole Feel the Glow thing. She comes out dancing. She's huge.
Oh my god,
she's huge in the dancing and stuff like that. And yeah, she's killing it. And the crowd giving her the "You Deserve It" chant afterwards just made that moment like 100 times more special for her.
Oh my god.
But yeah, good for her. She definitely, she deserves it.
The match was so goddamn good, and like everything you just said.
Gizmo, cut it out.
She has improved so much in the ring, and honestly, as a face, she doesn't feel like she's playing a character. When she gets on the mic, she's very natural on the mic. She just comes across like her character is just who she is in real life, but not exaggerated like a lot of wrestlers do when they do that. And then when you combine that, like, and yeah, when the crowd tripped her up and actually got her choked up with the "You Deserve It" chants, and that felt so organic too. The crowd got suckered in with this match, and everything she's been doing on SmackDown just. I love Naomi. I've loved her since she started debuting. The whole entrance she's got now, a couple months. I'm so like I said, until the main event, it literally went show stealer, actual show stealer.
Yeah, just three home runs in a row.
Yeah, like that. Honestly, like if it hadn't been for those three, I would have chalked this pay-per-view down as a loss. Those three matches, like the Harper and Orton pretty much saved it. This one clinched it as me enjoying it, and the main event made it gold.
Yeah, those three matches were basically the equivalent to the New England Patriots comeback in the second half of the Super Bowl. Just up until Orton and Harper, we were down 28-3, and those three matches came back and scored 31 unanswered points.
It was just amazing, and this matchup with Naomi versus Alexa Bliss definitely shows that not only is Alexa Bliss great as a champion, but now she's more than willing to, let her time go, and maybe she'll get another title run, maybe. But right now, it's time to feel the glow as Naomi is the new SmackDown Women's Champion. All I can say is that so far, Raw, you are going to have a hard time topping that. I know that they're going to try and do, Bayley versus Charlotte. More than likely, it's going to happen at Fastlane as a rematch because tomorrow night we can guarantee there's going to be some sort of shenanigans in which it's going to cause Charlotte to win or Bayley to lose, but win by DQ. Blah, blah. It's just not going to... I'm honestly now just choking up. We will talk about the main event in just a bit.
It's going to be Nia Jax is going to be that part, but
I'm okay with the Nia Jax.
Let's get to this Elimination Chamber.
So first of all, let's talk about the new design
on the out, I still stand by what I said halfway through the match. From the outside, it looks like cheap.
Well, hold on. Before I say that, we got a message from our good friend Spencer Hart. Spencer, shut up. And first of all, it doesn't count if you get a notification that said Bray Wyatt's the champion. You have to experience it. You have to watch it. So just shush your mouth. Just shush. Yeah. Yes, we are live, and I don't care. Spencer Hart, shush. You're going to lose to Chris.
Yeah, basically.
Anyway. So yeah, the design
from the outside.
Yeah,
it looks cheap.
I honestly compared.
I thought it looked cool.
I compared it to like a bird cage, where it almost could have been like like the Birdman of Alcatraz, trying to make this new home for himself, and it just looked weird.
But from the inside, it looks honestly,
that's what made up for it.
Yeah, from the outside, I think it looks cheap. I think it looks small. I do not like it from the outside. From the inside,
when you start seeing the little details, though, like, okay, they had the padding over the steel grates on the outside, which at first you're kind of like, oh, that kind of takes away from it. But then you saw the spots that we were getting that we would have never gotten if it was just the steel grates on the outside.
And you can't
when Ambrose picked up AJ and we thought he was going to do a suplex and then just kind of flipped him around into basically like a power bomb almost,
but just spiked him.
And I mean, it was just nasty. And
they have so much more room above the pods.
Yeah, they got the square pods instead of the round pods. They raised the top of the chamber part up so there's a lot more room. Mm-hmm. But also on top of the cages, they have like the hard plexiglass, see-through part, so you can clearly see right through. And it's when you start noticing all these little details, you're like, wow, this actually looks really cool. And the ceiling looked really badass. The lighting they had in there looked really fucking cool, too.
The only thing I kind of would want now is, since they kind of did a bit of a blue lighting because SmackDown, I think it looked really badass with Red Raw.
Oh, yeah.
But like I said, I won't, after tonight, I'm not going to complain about the outside because the inside honestly makes it on par with the original design.
Yeah,
I'm not going to complain about that. It's a flaw, but the inside more than makes up for it.
We were all looking forward to seeing what this new design was going to be because they had mentioned it throughout the week, and we're like, oh, well, I wonder what the hell it's going to look like. So I know that was one of the very first things we were all looking forward to, is seeing the new picture and seeing this, the whole new chamber itself.
So breaking down kind of how it went out. Started off with Cena versus Styles, which we all were definitely not expecting. And you actually mentioned it, AJ. It's the thing that would make the most sense going into it because of their great matchup that they had at the Royal Rumble. But as you and I picked, we thought that it was going to be Miz and somebody else. Same thing with Max. He thought it was going to be The Miz and Cena.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I feel like John Cena just buried us tonight and just, put Max over like he's a fucking, Make-A-Wish kid or something. It's just like,
here, grants his 1 million
I'll get you those 2 points that you need to beat AJ tonight.
No, man, no, dude, that's not a Make-A-Wish thing. I'm telling you, man, I had a contract signed, I had a deal. The dude had these fucking really cool horns going on. It was sweet. It's all right. It's all right, though. It's okay. So I don't know. It didn't cost me any money.
So you met Donald Trump?
I was gonna say you sold your soul to Vince McMahon.
I said the guy had horns, not tiny baby
hands.
Yeah,
so Vince McMahon.
He didn't have tiny creepy baby hands.
Again, Vince McMahon, because he's horny all the time.
But dumb Tish.
Very good.
Anyway, so let's talk about the fucking match itself.
The next participant was Dean Ambrose, and like we mentioned, there were so many spots where I actually said AJ Styles is dead. Mm-hmm. There were at least 3 or 4 spots where I just said that, and there are at least 3 other spots.
Oh my god, the bit where Styles and Cena climbed up the side of the cage and they're just wailing at each other, and you're like, oh, Styles is going to fall off. Oh, Cena looks like he's going to fall off. Oh, he'll fall, he'll land on his feet. No, he just crumples and dies for a little while. And the thing is, oh, well, they put padding down. Dude, that padding looked like it was stiff, hard padding, which probably means that shit is hurting. They were taking advantage of it as an opportunity to, hey, let's kill each other.
Yeah, to me, it looked basically like the equivalent to the padding that they have on the outside of the ring. It's just that, 1.5 inch, 2 inch
I don't even know if it was that thick.
just hard.
You still heard the crack on the metal, so it couldn't. I don't even know if it was a full inch thick. It looked like they just threw down hard black cardboard.
But I swear to God, like, whenever they have their meetings about this match, AJ Styles was just like, excuse me, I would like to do the most insane shit and take all the worst bumps and have all the, like, nastiest spots in this match. Because if I had $1 for every time we saw AJ Styles either do something crazy or get something crazy done to him where we weren't all like, oh! I'd probably have about $50.
Oh God, easy. I mean, the whole fucking match, like every elimination was perfect.
Yeah, we'll get more into that. Next participant was Bray Wyatt, and like you said, more spots happened. The spot where Dean Ambrose did a powerbomb to Bray, and then we saw that Wyatt would call it the Cracker Jack because that was in TNA. Hernandez used to do a move like that where he just grabs the guy by the throat and just throws them back. Bray Wyatt did that to AJ Styles, and again, second spot where it was like, yep, AJ's dead. And this one was a little more believable because AJ laid it on his shoulder in a bad way.
Yeah, it looked bad.
Although I do think that there should have been a point where Dean Ambrose climbed up the side of the chamber, got up on top of a pod, and was just really disappointed that there weren't any props up there.
Oh man,
no Mitch the Plant.
He's the white version.
Oh, and by the way, kudos to everyone who picked Husky Harris as the first Season 2 NXT rookie to win a world title.
Next participant was Baron Corbin. Jeez Louise.
He came out
as a monster.
He was a beast. He laid waste to everybody.
Dude, end of fucking days, end of fucking lives.
Yeah.
So many spots where everybody was going crazy, and that would eventually go into the final participant who would enter in, that being The Miz.
Miz's reaction. All he did was just sit in the pod like, I want to die.
He was covering his mouth. He was just having this look of horror, and immediately he would try to go back to complete kayfabe. But
his elimination was so good.
He was, oh my gosh, Miz just really sold how brutal these spots really were, because
it
just showed that he not only could he be a wrestling, he could be a wrestler, but he could also be a wrestling fan, in there, just like, oh my god, I'm part of this. I'm probably going to end up like this guy.
I mean,
fuck.
See, and it helped so much. Like, I don't think I've ever seen, like, Elimination Chamber, Royal Rumble, any kind of match where you got that kind of perspective. And admittedly, in a lot of matches, it would be difficult. Like, in a singles match, you really can't. But in this kind of match, like, doing that, it's like, oh my god, like, having the guys in the match basically freely acknowledge, holy shit, we're gonna die. Like, that added a whole layer to it. And, like, having him wait in his pod and then sneaking out and getting that and snaking that elimination was just fun.
See, like I kind of said, though, I kind of think maybe they did that for a reason, because all week long The Miz talks shit about how he has the advantage. He's been in an Elimination Chamber match before, and he's talking all this shit about how he's got this match locked up, and then they basically made him look like a giant coward. And I'm really curious to see if they play that off on SmackDown in the near future.
Oh, I'd see it.
And, it's like, well, yeah, you didn't even come out of your pod at first, like
you fucking baby.
We'll find out soon enough. First elimination was indeed Baron Corbin.
After he laid waste to everybody.
And was eliminated by Dean Ambrose, but Baron Corbin decided, you know what? I'm not going to leave right now. I'm just going to beat the living piss out of Dean Ambrose.
And that's what he did.
Oh my god. There were so many spots in there. I was like, oh, Dean's just going to die.
When he pushed his face up against the cage and was hitting the elbows to the back of the head, then bounces off the ropes and just like forearm to the back of the head, and then into the ring, end of days. And we all saw this coming. As soon as he got out of the chamber and that chamber door closed, Miz runs right out of his pod and pins Dean Ambrose, eliminating him, right away.
Yeah, that definitely did not surprise anybody, but
no.
Yeah, we fast forward a little bit. Cena eliminates The Miz with an AA. Final three being AJ Styles, John Cena, and Bray Wyatt.
Right now, at this point, those three, I could watch them forever. The shit that those three did in the final, moments of this match was some of my favorite shit I've seen in a long time.
That crossbody from the top of the pod by Cena. I actually was very genuinely impressed.
Those three worked so well together.
And I keep coming back to that promo that Cena and Styles had, where Cena went, I wasn't built for the Indies. I was